David White, poet, philosopher, has this little book called Consolations Two, where he uses everyday words and he riffs on them in such interesting ways. And the word that we're going to talk about today is undeceived, which means that you have had to have been deceived to become undeceived. So here's what he says. He said, all paths to freedom and enlightenment in our ancient contemplative traditions work on the dynamic of becoming undeceived, of breaking through illusion and seeing to the heart of things, and most practically, seeing to the heart of things by bringing three powerful dynamics together: attention, silence, and breath. We begin the practice of becoming undeceived by paying attention in ever-deepening silence while following the natural rhythm of the breath. So I was thinking about being deceived and the times in my life when I have been deceived, seriously deceived. And then also the times when I maybe not so seriously deceived myself and make some excuse to myself about something I'm doing that I know is really not so good for me, but I find arguments and ways to convince myself that it's actually okay. Maybe I should go talk to someone. Yoga talks about Satya, which is a Sanskrit word for truth, and how truth is the heart of being undeceived. You see the truth. And so these practices that David White talks about of attention, silence, and breath help bring us into that deeper connection of truth in ourselves. So attention is really the heart of the yoga practice. It's how we bring our focus and our awareness to everything that's going on, to being fully present in the moment. And then breath is one of the ways in which we can do that. It's always taking place, and when we bring our awareness, our attention to our breath, it helps pull us into the moment and into presence. And when we're fully and deeply in that state of attentive presence with our breath, it gets a whole lot quieter. And in that silence or that stillness, sometimes it's easier to see the truth, because all the stories we're telling ourselves about why it's okay that we're doing whatever it is that we're doing that we really know isn't okay, they just get quiet, and then there's that opportunity, like looking into a pond and seeing all the ripples on the surface of the pond. Those are all my stories. It's okay to do this. It's okay to do that. And then it gets quiet on the surface, and we can see through to the truth of what's really, in essence, there. So as we move through our practice this morning, we will practice attention and breath and silence in an exploration of truth, of Satya, so that we too become more undeceived. Please close your eyes, sit up tall, lengthen through your spine, and start here just by connecting to your breath. The breath has this beautiful natural rhythm of in and out and in and out. And focusing there, we start to become lulled into more quietude. So follow that rhythm of breath with your attention, watching it moving in, watching it moving out. And inviting yourself towards more quiet, more stillness. We begin our practices by chanting. We'll chant the sound Om 3 times, the invocation 3 times, and another Om. You're welcome to join in or just sit and listen. Let the music, the sounds, also be a way to focus attention, to help bring yourself to more quiet, to more truth. Take a deep breath in. Honoring truth. Bow your head. Lifting your head, open your eyes. We're going to start on all fours, on hands and knees. If you want to put a blanket under your knees for extra padding, feel free. And spread your fingers wide and make a good solid connection into the earth. And before you start to move, just reconnect with your breath. And feel the flow of your breath, that rhythmic in and out. The rhythmic in and out in Sanskrit is spanda. That's the word for pulsation. And once you've got that rhythm flowing strongly, then begin to add movement following that same rhythm of breath. So with the inhale begins and the head lifts, the sit bones lift, the belly drops. And then the exhale begins and you follow that flow, rounding your spine up towards the sky, dropping your head. And then inhaling again and arching and just moving through this rhythm of breath. And whatever is going on in your life, whether you are being deceived or you are in truth, let that rhythmic flow invite you towards silence. And of course, silence isn't something you can require of yourself. I haven't met anybody yet who's able to stop their minds. The mind isn't made to be stopped, but it is can be invited to be focused. So we just focus here. 2 more breaths, deep movements. Deep inner invitation. And coming to a neutral breath, lift your right knee out to the side, up and out to the side. And then draw the right knee across to the outside of the left knee, tap it down. And then lift it back and up and out to the right. Again, over and to the left, tap it down. And again, up and out to the right. Over to the left. We're going to do 2 more times. Add your breath. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Bring the leg back to center, stretch it out long in the air, spread the toes, internally rotate the leg to balance and level the pelvis, and then stretch the left arm forward. Reach for the truth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Settle back into both hands, both knees. And then as you exhale, lift the left leg and knee up out to the side. And then cross it over to the outside of the right knee, tap it down. And then inhale, lift it up and out. Exhale, over and down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Back up to center. Stretch the leg out long behind you. Do an internal rotation to balance the pelvis, and then stretch the right arm forward. From the core of your pelvis, stretch back through your left leg, and from the core of your pelvis, reach out longer through your right fingertips. Exhale, bring the hand down. Bring the left knee down. Walk the knees back a little bit. Curl the toes under and lift the knees and hips to downward facing dog pose. And as you come up into your dog pose, take a moment to pedal your feet. Noting the pulsation even here, bending, straightening, bending, straightening. Push a little bit more weight down into your finger pads so there's not so much weight sitting in the heels of your hands. And stretch both legs straight. Bring your awareness to your heart. From your heart, press down into your hands. Truth, attention, presence, breath. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Walk back, walk back, walk back, walk back until all your weight is solidly in your feet. If you want to put blocks under your hands or your hands on shins, you're welcome to do so. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. And exhale, fold and bow. Bow in deeply. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. This time, inhale, lengthen, and come all the way up to stand. Reach up, stretch up. At the very top, catch hold of your right wrist and side bend to the left. Inhale, bring yourself back up to center. Switch the clasp and side bend. Good. Come back up to center, release the clasp. And exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands forward to down face dog. Settle hands and feet and legs. Bring yourself forward to plank pose. Lift the right leg up, swing it out to the right, tap the toes down, and then cross the right ankle over the left heel. Uncross the right leg, take the left leg out to the left, tap the toes down, then cross the left ankle over the right heel, uncross, walk your hands back, down face dog. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, fold in, hands back by your feet, and then inhale, rise all the way up, arms to the sky. Catch your left wrist. Side bend to the right. Inhale back up to center. Switch the clasp. Side bend to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, walk the hands out. Dog pose. Inhale, plank pose. Right leg out to the right. Tap it down. Cross it over the left ankle. Keep it there. Take a breath. Uncross. Left leg out to the left. Tap it down. Left leg across. Take a breath. Release it down. Walk the hands back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Rise all the way up. Arms to the sky. Stretch up. Lace the fingers at the top. Press your palms up. Press your feet down. Side bend to the left. Press out through the right heel of the palm. Press down through the left heel of the foot. Bring yourself back up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Left palm forward, left heel down. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold in. Down face dog, walk the hands out. Lift up the right leg, doing that same internal rotation. Step the right foot forward, land it solidly and clearly. Inhale, both arms to the sky, high lunge. Stretch up. Back heel lifted if that's available to you. Exhale, twist to your right, open the arms wide to the sides. Inhale, untwist. Exhale again, twist to the right, same side, arms wide. Inhale, untwist. Last time, exhale, twist and hold. Stretch both arms as long as you can. Bend a little deeper into the front knee. And then lean back and with your right hand, find your left thigh. Rest here, hand on thigh, and then stretch left arm to the sky. So you're twisted to the right, reaching for your back leg. Inhale, untwist, arms wide. And now left hand to the floor, right arm to the sky, still twisted to the right. Breathe in, lean back, open yourself up. Feel the rhythm of your breath, the in and the out. The in. And as you exhale, release your hand down, step the right foot back, dog pose. And lift the left leg up. Internally rotate. From your heart, push out through your left foot, grow a little bit longer in your pose. Step the left foot forward, high lunge. Press strongly down into the foot. Lift the arms to the sky. And then get true in your foundation. So press the four corners of the left foot down. Firm up the muscles of the right leg so it's strong and steady. The leg is straight. Breathe in. And as you exhale, twist to your left. Open the arms wide. Inhale, untwist. Exhale again, twist. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, twist, pulsing with the breath. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, right hand down, twist to your left. And we'll come back up for the back bend twist in a moment. Take a breath here, in and out. And pushing strongly down into your feet. Lift back up, still twisted to the left. And take the left hand to the back of the right thigh. And the right arm up and over. And breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, release, arms up. Untwist, face forward. Exhale, both hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Left foot back. Stretch yourself back. And then pause for a moment and just be attentive, mindful, what you feel, what you notice, where your breath is. Inhale, come to plank pose. Exhale, cross right ankle over left. Uncross. Cross left ankle over right. Uncross. Bend both elbows and lower yourself all the way to the floor. Point your toes, shoelace side of the feet down, hands strong, and lift yourself up into the truth. Opening your heart, acknowledging what is true for you. Deep breath in. Exhale, back to dog pose. Lift up the right leg. Warrior Two pose, step forward. When we recognize that we have been deceived, either by ourselves or by someone or some situation outside of ourselves, it's humbling. It's humbling, and it requires humility to admit, both to ourselves and to others. Take a deep breath in. Reach your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back, lift through your heart. Humble warrior. Bow forward to the inside edge of the right leg. Stretching the knuckles towards the ceiling. Press the inner thighs back and widen, and scoop the right hip forward and down. Stretch the arms a little bit more. And breathe where you are with humility. Releasing your hands, bring your right forearm to your right thigh, left arm to the sky. Parshva Konasana, variation. You can always reach the right fingertips to the floor. Take the left arm over the ear, and then turn your heart to the sky. When we cultivate humility, when we allow ourselves to admit that we have been deceived, there is also a great freedom and a great peace. Take a deep breath in. You turn to the long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, Prasarita Padottanasana. Come to fingertips. Inhale, stretch your spine forward and long. Then exhale again, cultivating this quality of humility. Bow to your life. Inhale, lengthen your spine and open yourself forward into the truth. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, lengthen. And last time, exhale, fold. Make a half turn back to the top of your mat, downward facing dog. Plank pose. Left ankle over right. Take a breath. Uncross. Right ankle over left. You can also do this with your knees on the floor. Uncross. Lower to the ground. Flip the feet. Lift the head, shoulders, and chest. Curl the shoulders back, curl the head back, and draw your heart more forward. Bring your attention there to your heart center, to your breath pulsing. Truth is always there. Sometimes just obscured, occluded. Exhale, down face dog. Lift up the left leg, keeping the internal rotation. And step the left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 2. Second warrior, second side. Get steady in your legs, a deep bend in your front thigh, a little tone to your belly muscles, and then reach behind your back, lace your fingers, and bow with humility to the things in your life that you have not been able to control, that have been out of your control. So much is not in our control. Bowing with humility and recognizing that we are not responsible for the things that we can't control, only for the things that we can. Letting the head release, the arms stretch. Scoop the left hip down and under so the left hip is not swinging way back and the left knee stays pointed out over the left second toe. And release your left forearm to your left thigh or to the fingertips to the floor, right arm to the sky. And then turn yourself open. Extend the arm over the ear. From the core of your pelvis, push down into your right foot. Stretch out through your right fingertips. Another breath here. Sit a little deeper in the front leg. Prasarita Padottanasana, turn to face the long edge of the mat again. Parallel the feet. Keeping your pelvis level and true. Walk your hands over to your right leg. Notice how your left hip wants to come with you. So pull it back into the left. Breathe and lengthen your spine, and holding your right leg with one or both hands, exhale, bring your forehead towards your right shin. Inhale, lengthen your spine out to the right. Pull back through the left hip. Exhale, forehead towards shin. One more pulsation. Inhale. Exhale. Walk the hands to the other side. Hold anywhere on your left leg that you reach with one hand or both. And then pull the right hip wide to the right. Inhale, lengthen the spine to the left. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Turn back to the top of the mat and downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Flip your feet, shoelace side of the feet, pressing down, toes spreading. Lift your head, shoulders, chest up. Curl your shoulders back. Keep your pubic bone on the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Take one block, place it behind your heels. Step your toes up onto the block. Bend your knees wide to the sides. Plant your hands for Bakasana. We worked on this last week. We're revisiting again. Lift the knees up, squeeze them into the upper arms. Claw your finger pads down into the floor. Look forward. Hands on the floor, not on a blanket. Lean forward. And lift up one foot or both feet. Exhale, release the feet back to the floor. Step your feet back off the block. Straighten the legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands into your heart. Connecting with your breath. And letting the rhythm of your breath bring you back into attention. And maybe some silence. Sweep the arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Remove the block from behind you. Walk your hands forward, downward facing dog pose. Step your feet wider, so almost to the width of your mat.
And keeping both arms on the ground, spin both heels to the floor on your right. So you're on the edges of your feet. Inhale, pivot back to the balls of the feet and over to the left. Come back to center. So we're going to go to both sides again with the option, when the heels go down to the right, to lift up the left arm. And then to bring the hand down to pivot to the other side and lift up the right arm. So either keep the hands on the floor or option to lift up one hand. Pivot the heels to the right. Option, left arm up. Exhale, hand down if it's up. Pivot, heels to the left. Option, right arm up. One more time each side. Pivot. Pivot. Down face dog. Right leg up. Level the pelvis. High lunge, step forward. Lift the arms to the sky. Back heel lifted. Reach the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders back. Lift up through your heart. We're going to come again into a version of Humble Warrior with the back heel lifted. So it's going to be more of a balance expression, an expression of balance. If it feels too wobbly, then do put your heel down. So up to you. Do not be deceived. Choose what is truth for you. Bend forward to the inside edge of the right leg. Back heel lifted or down. If you get caught on your thigh, slide a little bit more to the left. Relax the head. Spin the left heel to the left. Left inner thigh back and wide. Breathe in. Very good. Release both hands to the floor on the inside edge of your right leg. Lower the left knee. Coming again into lizard lunge as we did last week. Forearms on the blocks or hands on the floor. Any variation that serves you. Connect to your breath. Watch the flow of your breath. Let the flow of your breath bring your mind to steadiness. Watch the flow come in. Watch the flow go out. Watch the flow come in. Watch the flow go out. One more breath. Lift yourself back up to your hands. Lift up the back knee. Walk yourself over to the long edge of the mat, straightening the legs, paralleling the feet. Come up to fingertips. As you are here, hips in line with your ankles, we're going to keep the hips in line with the ankles and walk the hands forward. So the legs are going to stay right where they are, but the arms and the upper body is going to go into a dog pose. You can keep the heels of the hands up and just be on fingertips. The key thing is to keep your hips over your heels. So the legs are steady, and it's just the arms stretching forward. Yeah, very good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Another deep breath in and out. Turn back to the top of the mat and step back to dog pose. Lift up the left leg, internal rotation. Step the left foot forward, high lunge. Stand truthfully, strongly down into your left foot, four corners pressing. Right heel lifting. Take a deep breath. Okay, hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders back. Coming into humble warrior variation. Back heel lifted if possible. Down if not. Bring the crown of the head down towards the floor. Knuckles to the sky. Move a little bit more to the right so you can skim past your left thigh. Keep pressing the right heel to the right. Deep breath in. Good. Exhale and release the hands down and the back knee down. Lizard lunge, coming down to elbows, or you can put a block. Invite yourself to presence. The truth of what your body needs this morning. Try not to be deceived by stories of what you think your body should be doing, used to be doing, could be doing, but just to be here in the truth of what is right for it this morning. Deep, full breath. In and out. The settling into that rhythm of breath. One more breath. Lift yourself back up to your hands. Pivot to face the long edge of the mat. Keeping the hips over the ankles. Again, walk both hands forward to a dog pose expression in the upper body. Keep the armpits lifting. Let the heart soften. Keep your right hand where it is. Take your left arm, thread it under the right, and catch the outer right calf. Pull the left hip to the left, and then bend the right elbow and twist and look underneath the right arm. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, untwist. Replace the left hand on the floor out in front of you. Right hand to the outer left calf. Bend the left elbow and twist and look underneath the left arm. Pull the right hip wide to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Release the right hand, both arms out in front. One more breath. Exhale, down face dog. Turn to the top of the mat. Press yourself back. Breathe. Come to plank pose. Lift up the right leg, swing it out to the right, tap the toes down, cross the right ankle over the left, then walk your hands back to your feet. Feet still crossed, ankles still crossed. Grab a block if that's helpful for your hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale and fold, bow in. Press the four corners of the feet down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. All right, put the block in front of your feet. Step the left toes up to the block, the right toes up to the block, still crossed at the ankles. Then bend the knees, place your hands, lean forward, Bakasana, ankles crossed. Lift up the feet. Feet back down, step back off the block, uncross your feet. Walk your hands forward, down face dog. If the Bakasana with the ankles crossed makes things more complicated and difficult, You, of course, have the choice to not do it with your ankles crossed. Practice with the uncrossed ankles variation. However, if that's coming well, you may find that crossing the ankles gives you even more power to hug into the midline. Inhale, plank pose. Left leg out to the left, tap it down. Left leg cross over the right. Walk your hands back until you have both feet flat on the ground. Press the big toe sides of the feet down. Right ankle in front of left. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Block in front of the feet. Now, the block is also optional. You don't need to use the block if it's making things more complicated. But it does give you a little bit of a head start with lifting up your hips. Bend the knees, plant the hands, squeeze the knees into the upper arms, look forward, cross, squeeze the ankles, lift up the feet. Feet back down, step back off the block, uncrossing, remove the block, inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms to the sky, bring your hands into your heart, and then listen to the truth. The truth will set you free. The truth of your practice, the truth of your heart, the truth of your breath. Just present here and now. Utkatasana, bend the knees, shift the hips back. Scoop your tailbone down, low belly in and up. Sweep the arms to the sky. Take the arms wide to the sides. Without twisting your knees or your hips, just twist your upper body to your right. Inhale, untwist. Upper body to your left. Inhale, untwist. Straighten the legs, reach up the arms. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, arms wide. Keep the pelvis level, facing forward. Twist upper body to the right further this time. Get deep into your core muscles. Tack your left hip back. Inhale, untwist. Twist to the other side. Twist further. Pull the right hip back. Inhale, back to center. Straighten the legs. Bring your hands to your heart. So we're going to do that one more time without the deception of thinking that our hips are facing forward when actually they are turning. So we're going to use our eyes, just watch, to look and see if one hip, one knee has shifted forward, to pull it back as we twist. So strong in the legs. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend knees, shift the hips back. More weight in your heels for this. Pull your belly muscles in, arms wide. Okay, eyeballs down. Twist right. Watch what's happening. Inhale, untwist. Really good. Twist the other way. Look at your knees, look at your hips, see what's happening. Back to center. Straighten the legs, reach up the arms. One more time, last time, this time. See if you can carry what you saw into the pose without looking. If you need to look, please do look. Bend the knees, arms wide. Twist right. So lots of attention into your hips, into your pelvis, into your knees. Very good. Inhale, untwist. Twist the other way. Inhale, untwist. Arms up, legs straight. Fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold and bow. Bow into truth. In the ways that you have agency and power and capacity to move through deceit and find truth for yourself. Inhale, lengthen the spine again. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees. Very gentle plopasana. Bring the pelvis down. See if you can come down hands free. If you need your hands, use your hands. Stretch out your legs. Take both hands to the right leg. Roll the inner thigh and pull the sit bone out wide. Do the same on the left. Okay. Open the arms wide. Keeping the pelvis level, and it's so much easier here with the buttocks on the floor. Twist just the upper body to your right. Inhale, untwist. So you feel your core muscles doing the twisting. Twist to the left. Use them a little bit more. Inhale, untwist. Again, exhale, twist to the right. Further this time. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, twist to the left. Further. Inhale, untwist. Arms down. Watch me for a sec. I'm going to have the feet a little bit wider. Pivoting on the edges of the feet. You can keep your knees on the floor. So either legs straight or knees on the floor. You can also keep your hip on the floor and just stretch out to the side. So options for everyone. Feet a little bit wider. Connect to your breath. Attention. Breath. Silence. Open the arms wide. Use your core to twist to your right. Put the right hand down, spin the feet to the right, maybe lift up the hip. Hip back down. Come back to center, arms wide. Twist left. Left hand down. Spin the toes to the left. Lift. Hip. Back down. Untwist, arms wide. One more time each side. Twist right. Further. Hand down. Maybe toes down. Hip up. Hips down. Untwist to center. Take a breath. Twist left. Further. Left hand down. Toes down. Hips up. Good. Hips down, untwist, arms up to the sky, bend forward, out over your legs, hold your shins, hold your feet, hold wherever you reach. Find the truth of the pose, the truth for you. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale and fold, perhaps a little bit deeper. Take 3 more breaths here. Paschimottanasana. Press the top of the thigh bones down into the mat and then create length forward from your pelvis through the crown of your head, the whole back growing longer, creating space. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Extend the arms forward. Lean halfway back with a straight back. Lift yourself back up. You'll feel your heels and your legs sliding forward and back. That's fine. Pull your belly muscles in, lean halfway back, and bring yourself forward. Halfway back, forward, halfway back. When you come forward, sit up as tall as you can. Halfway back, exhale. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, halfway back. Inhale, sit tall. This last time, maybe go even further back. And back up. Hands down. Take a breath. So we're going to lace the fingers, index finger pointing forward. We're going to go halfway back. And then we're going to tap the fingers to the right and to the left. And to the right and to the left. They may go to the floor, they may not. It's the twisting action we're after. Twisting right, twisting left. Now, can you continue without your hips and your legs shifting side to side, forward and back? 2 more, each side. If it feels too arduous, sit up a little bit more. If you want it to feel stronger, lower down a little bit more. Inhale back up, release your arms, bend your knees, step your feet wide, and drop your knees left and right. Good. All right, coming up to center, take 1 block, and we're going to sit up on the block. So you can just slide it underneath you. I'm just turning to face everybody. Feet out in front. If you feel like the block's too narrow, you can put 2 blocks in a longer support. Walk your feet out a little bit. Sit up as tall as you can. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. If this feels like it's too much on the hip, you can slide the left leg out as far as you want. And then the hands can reach underneath and catch the back of the thigh or the front of the shin to help your spine sit up a little bit taller. Move the right knee more to the right. Nancy, a little bit more to the right. Yeah. Flex the foot so the knee and the ankle and the foot are in a straight line. Very good. And then just breath, truth, stillness. Yoga is a physical practice, creating strength and flexibility as we move our bodies through different poses. But even more so, it's a spiritual practice. It's a practice of inner growth, of self-reflection. And as David White says, the keys are attention, breath, stillness, which take us to truth. The truth in ourselves, the truth in our world. Release your right foot and take it underneath now your left leg. Step the left foot in a little bit closer. You can also step the left foot across. Either way is fine. Right hand to the knee, left hand behind you. Lift up through your spine, and as you exhale, twist to your left. Been doing a lot of twisting. So here we're using your hands, but also use your core. And then recall about the pelvis shifting with you in the twist. And tack your right hip back and down. Breathe in, create a little bit more lift through your spine. And into that length in your spine, perhaps there's a little bit more room to twist. And then there's the truth. How far into a twist is beneficial for your back today? Undeceived, you know. Inhale, untwist, come back to center. Step both feet out in front. Sit up tall. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh, adjusting the position of your right leg to meet the needs of your left hip. Flex the foot. Support yourself by holding on to something. You can hold your thigh, your shin, you can hold your front leg. You can even hold a block behind you for a little bit more support. And then watch the pulsation, the spanda, the flow of your breath, the in and the out. Letting that rhythm invite you into quietude, into deeper connection with the truth of yourself that is inside of you in every moment. Your essential nature, which gets covered over by layers and layers and layers of life and history and experience, deceptions, undeceptions. But inside is that nugget, that kernel of you. Two more breaths here. And release your left foot to the floor. Slide the right foot closer or cross it. Left hand to the knee, right hand behind you. Lift up through your spine, level your pelvis, and twist to your right. Press your right foot down into the earth. Pull your left hip back. Stretch your spine to the sky. And then cultivating that quality of humility. Draw your shoulder blades into your heart and let your heart be revealed in all its messy glory. One last breath. Inhale to untwist. Join the soles of your feet together. You can stay up on the block. You can bring yourself down. There's something about elevating the pelvis that allows the knees to drop open a little bit more freely. Push the pinky toe sides of the feet down so your bottom ankles, maybe even the bottom of the heels, lift away from the floor. Catch the front of the ankles. Lift your spine up. Draw your shoulders back. Breathe in. And then hinge forward any amount. Breathe here. As you continue to hold the pose, you can allow the top edges of your feet, the big toe sides of the feet, to peel away from each other and open a little bit, keeping the bottom edges, the pinky edges, pressing together, like you're opening up the book of your life. Here's my story. My times I have been deceived, the times I have found truth. Two more breaths. And sitting yourself back up, take your hands under your knees, pull your knees together, catch your dominant wrist, close your eyes. Notice whatever you notice. Practicing mindfulness and feeling the air on your skin, hearing the sounds around you, being here. We're going to sit for just a minute or two of seated meditation before we move down onto the floor for Shavasana. If you're comfortable up on your block, you can take any cross-legged seat. If sitting cross-legged is not comfortable for you, then any seat, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that your back is as vertical as it can be and your attention is focused. We're going to meditate on the breath. So as you're ready to close your eyes, the hands can rest in your lap, on your thighs, or hold one another. Bring your awareness to your breathing. And without changing anything about how the breath is moving, observe it. Give it your attention. Watch the flow. Invite yourself towards silence, towards truth. Take a deep, long breath in, a slow breath out. And disturbing yourself as little as possible, make your way down onto your back for Shavasana. Put on any extra layers as you come down. If there's any last movement that you need as you come to the floor, take a moment to offer that to yourself, a happy baby, knees into your chest, whatever that might be. The word deceive in Latin means to become entrapped. To be undeceived is to be released from the prison of our false understanding. It's a willingness to look beneath the surface of a world we did not wish to disturb. It's a willingness to look at the truth. As you settle into Shavasana, begin by paying attention to your breath. by feeling your body on the floor where it touches the floor. By noticing your body after your practice, how it feels. By noticing how you feel emotionally after your practice. Not to judge, but just to know, just to pay attention. And as you watch your breath, let yourself move deeper and deeper into Satya, truth, into this moment, into this place and time. And rest there for the next few minutes. Listen to the silence. And begin to deepen your breath. Watching that natural rhythmic flow. And as you deepen your breath, begin to wake up your body, moving your fingers, moving your toes, stretching as you wish. Curl over to your right side and rest there. And pressing your hands down into the earth, lift yourself back up to sitting. Joining your palms together in front of your heart. Honor the ways in which you are undeceived. The ways in which you have freed yourself from entrapment. The ways in which you have seen the truth, honored it, and lived by it. We'll chant one Om to close. Take a deep breath in. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for your practice this morning. Goodbye, Zoom friends.